To battle!
Ah, fresh tracks. The dwarf came this way.
He is heavy for one so small.
Be careful not to say that around him.
Yeah, he'll give you an axe in the head.
Here's something.
He's very sensitive about his height.
Well, Ranger, it's about time.
And that guy is one of the cool characters as well. That is Handhood, the dwarf.
The awesome power of dwarven might.
Now, he is also one that can be a spirit user. We're not going to make him a spirit user, and I'll tell you why. The reason why we're not making him a spirit user is because we would be stupid to pass up the opportunity to use his awesome ability to switch out into blunt weapons. He's got blunt and slashing weapons, his axes and warhammers. He's the only one of the party who can actually use blunt weapons, so we're going to have him be a physical unit. Now we can switch out units, which is very good for when you have wounded units. We're going to switch out to Idriel. We're going to use her Haste of the Elves ability. Finally, you'll get to see it. Believe it or not, that is not an electricity power. That's a light power. It's very weird that that wouldn't be electricity. But now that he has haste on, he'll be able to attack far more often, which we really want him to be able to do. He can taunt foes. Now both him and Barathor can taunt foes. That, just as it sounds, you make the enemy really, really mad, and then after they're really, really mad, they really are really, really mad. Let's explain this better, shall we? What you do is you're making the opponent mad, so they attack only you. And that's very good for certain strategies. It makes him incredibly good, because he's also the character with the highest health and extreme armor. He has very high health. So he's one of the best characters, I think. Also, he's got some pretty awesome earth and fire magic. Unfortunately, we're going to be equipping him, training him as a warrior, not a mage, but actually sort of a red mage. Sort of a little bit of magic, not too much. Doing a little bit of his magic, because he's got some pretty awesome magic. Yeah, we're going to do that. No, wait, we're not, because, well, let's taunt this foe. That's what taunt foe looks like. Now he's staring right at us. It's very freaky to happen like that. Now we're going to use his stone shield ability, which looks pretty cool, and it makes him invincible. The stone shield takes all the damage, until of course it breaks and then you take damage as well. But it's a very good ability, especially in boss fights. It's a very good ability. This is that hard fight that I call sort of a mini boss fight. It's very good. Unfortunately, as far as I can tell, they're looking right at you, so they know exactly what you're doing. You can't sneak up on them. But see that? He took no damage. Very good ability. Creature Bane again. Now Elagos is out of AP. Well, he has one left. Big whoop. Whoop-dee-doo. Now we're gonna kill this guy. Loud Water Fury. Dead. Troll. I think. Yeah, that was a troll. That troll was the hardest fight. It is not the boss fight. But it really wasn't that hard. Ooh. I drill leveled up. Ooh, epic scene from Middle Earth.
This dwarf who joins your company heralds from a people who hold themselves apart from other races. They are a race that feels deeply, and when deciding upon trust, their friendship lasts many lifetimes. I have met a few of these stout fellows in my time. They appear small, but not to be trifled.
Oops, sorry. We'll redo that. I can talk through this now, because you've already seen it. I feel good now. Well, I've been talking through a lot of them anyways. Can't believe he called them fat. That's what stout means if you don't
their
know.
friendship lasts many lifetimes. I have met a few of these stout fellows in my time. They appear small, but are not to be trifled with.
No, they are not. They are really, really
As you
powerful.
enter their ancestral home, that their pride, greed, and stubborn magnificence created this now decaying wonder.
Now we've got our other character. Now that we can switch out characters, we have a lot of strategic abilities to do. We've got a new character. This annoys me. Look at how many stat points he has. 6. Remember how many stat points Elagos had? He had 9. We get this guy later in the game, so why does he have less stat points? We're going to increase his strength, dexterity, and constitution. His constitution is his health. Helmets are good. And health is very important to have a lot of. Let's change his skill. Spirit power is not Endure Flame, but rather Mountain Shield. You remember what Flaming Fury is like Loud Water Fury, only fire. Stone Shield did, made him like invincible. That's a good ability, right? Yes, it is. If you said no, I'm going to argue with you about it. But Mountain Shield is so much more powerful because it does it to every character. So really, he can be incredibly strong. Health Medicine, woohoo! And Drought Flasks. I forgot what those do, but it doesn't really matter. Defy Water File. That probably does the same as Defy Shadow File. Only it's with water instead of shadow. Which is kind of cool. We're getting close to the end of this level. Can you believe that? It only takes about 2 hours to beat this level. I mean, that's not like, oh, that's just such a short time. But I mean, 2 hours to defeat the first 5% of the game. Actually, I think it's more like 4% of the game. To be honest with you, you can complete this 100% and it's only 4% of the game, or 5%. I can't remember, but we're almost to the end of the level. I want to battle because I'm getting bored. Well, I'm not really bored. This is a lot of fun, but this level is incredibly easy. I've been saying it for a while. I'll stop saying it now. Creature Bane! Die, warg! Stupid disobedient dog. I'll have to kill you now. Axecraft. Dwarven Cleave. Dwarven Cleave is like all first abilities that you learn. It does extra damage. But Goblin Bane is incredibly good for the first part of the game, because you're fighting a lot of goblins in Moria. And I think you spend 2 levels there. So Goblin Bane is incredibly powerful. It's very effective. And it's very necessary too. It's a good ability. It's better than most abilities when you think about it. But it loses its power after a little while because you stop fighting goblins. I mean, I haven't beaten the game, so I don't know if you fight them at the end of the game, but I don't really recall seeing a whole lot of them. Okay, let's check all the stats. He's at the lowest level. Strength, nope. Speed, and dexterity. As you probably could have guessed. Strength and dexterity. Okay, equipment. No new equipment. Skills. I don't think we need to change any skills. We'll change into Handhood, because Handhood's awesome. And needs more EXP. We will save. And then we will go on to the last part of the game. We are almost completely done with this game.